Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our webinar on Embracing the Future with Technology. It's exciting this week. We're covering off so much of what we did with the Ignition events in Australia and New Zealand and what we're sharing around the country over the next few weeks and what we've been sharing with webinars ever since the 22nd of April. And this is our 5th webinar. So this is so exciting, and we're talking about embracing technology and how that's going to help and assist us in building the Relive business moving forward. What I'd like to do, without any more ado, is hand across to our Managing Director for Australia and New Zealand and welcome her to the webinar tonight, Sue Stone. Sue, welcome.
Hi everybody. It's great to be on the call again on this webinar with everybody. And we've got a fantastic webinar in store for you tonight, Embracing the Future with Technology. But I'd like to introduce you to a very special distributor that's coming to us direct from New Zealand. And she has been embracing the future with technology, and we'd like her to share some of her tips with you. And I'd love to welcome to the webinar Key Director Kelly Kingy.
Hi guys.
It's great to have you on the webinar, Kelly. And can I just start off with asking you, how did you become involved with Relive? How did you first hear about it?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to share. It was actually 2 years ago this month that we were introduced to Relive, and you know, I am doing this business because we just got absolutely amazing results. And first of all, I was just looking for something to help out our little girl who has Down syndrome, and she had, you know, fabulous results within 2 weeks, no more constipation, and as time's gone on, her immune system's better, sinuses we're not dealing with, and even her teachers have noticed a great change with her focus and concentration, and just nice to have a girl that's not so lethargic, full of energy, and is learning, and is not so unwell. So it's just been really great. I got on the product myself, and noticed very quickly my energy levels went up, and I've honestly added about at least 4 hours onto my day, which I just absolutely love. I get a lot more done. And also just a change in my appetite. I just didn't feel like I was hungry all day. Lost weight because of that. My lower back pain I don't deal with anymore. The headaches that I used to get all the time I don't deal with either, and I'm just so thankful for a lot of other things after taking this product has given me. So also my woman's issues, my monthlies, big improvement there, and don't deal with night sweats anymore, which is really nice, which I didn't think was very fair in my 40s. I've had absolutely great results. I love the extra energy and just knowing I'm, you know, fueling my body, and you know, because of that, I couldn't help but share with everyone else, and other people noticed what was going on, and I think I've always said along the lines I really wasn't that interested in doing the business, but you know, the products work, and the results spoke for themselves. So I just started sharing, and you know, I started at a lower level, but worked my way up to master affiliate within 4 months, and in that month I went, you know, my paycheck had gone to $3,200 with a bonus check at conference for $2.5 grand, which was huge. And in that month I was able to give up my job, and my boss told me I wasn't allowed to talk about Relive at work anymore, and I thought, there's no way I can do that. So I quit my job, and now, you know, I'm a full-time mum, and you know, we've got 3 kids, and I'm just glad that I'm not missing any part of their life anymore, and I work this business around my family. You know, in the last 2 years I've had 3 bonus checks over $5.5 grand. Also earned our way to a conference last year, and Relive paid for my husband and I to go over to America, and it was just absolutely fabulous to the conference over there. And you know, we just had an amazing time and met the company and fell in love with it even more. So, you know, we really are sharing this, and just wanting to get this out to as many people as we can. And I love making a job out of, you know, I have a job, you know, helping other people with their health and their finances, and we really have an answer for everybody. So that's my story.
Oh, it's a fabulous story, Kelly. The results really have been life-changing, like not only for you but your whole family, in health and your finances, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
And I imagine that when you're getting such great health results, you almost feel compelled to share it with your friends and family and other people.
Yeah, that's right. I kind of feel like it's a moral obligation. I really cannot not share this. You know, it comes across my path all the time, and I do laugh because I often say, "Oh, I don't want to. Well, today, right? I'm just not. You know, I'm going to go and do my thing in town, and do." But people are really looking for this. They just don't know it yet, and people are telling me they're tired or telling me that they're so stressed from work, and and I really just tell them pretty much what it's done for me, and it's just sharing from the heart, really. So
absolutely. And I mean, I guess it's easy when you run into people when you're at downtown, or your family and friends that you see. But do you use online technology to help you build your business with people that maybe aren't living in your area?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. I use Skype a lot, emailing and Facebook. So I've had to learn all that really seriously. I mean, before Relive, I couldn't even email, so I've come a long way. But it's really helped my business, yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I think a lot of people in that same boat. And I mean, before we started these webinars here a few weeks ago, I'd never used a webinar either. So I'm embracing this new technology too, yeah. Kelly. So with your Skype and other things that you're using, how do you utilise it to help you with your business?
Sure. Well, I mean, I do utilise, the telephone. I mean, if I'm doing a three-way call, I do that. But what I find great with Skype is that, with group calling, I can call 4 or 5 people in to listen to a couple of stories, and that's huge for me. Also, what I'm finding is that I've got an international business, so I've got my cousin over in Holland. I send them email the presentation, and I do the presentation online with them, and then I'm able to do business training with them, and we see each other and able to talk, and I'm able to get other people's stories in. So it's huge. It really is, and yeah, that group calling and Skype is the biggest thing for me, because my upline's in America, and there's Jennifer here as well, but my upline's in America, and so I call them a lot, and then I'm able to call in, my other people as well. So.
That's fantastic, and I know you've been very proactive with the Skype, because you've even had Skyped Bernie and I into one of your Tuesday night meetings that you were holding.
Yeah, that's right. And it's getting more and more people, because I've got an email Leslie in Brisbane, and I've got my emails in Kaitaia, and and so it's great to be able to call them into our meetings, and they're part of it as well.
That's excellent. So have you been able to sponsor people using technology?
Yeah, I have. Well, my cousin in Holland is a classic example. I mean, I just did a presentation with her, and afterwards she was like, right, let's sign up. So both of us together were able to go on the Europe, the UK website, and go in there and see what was going on. So, together, which was perfect. And well, just recently I've been helping someone in my team who's got some family in Brisbane, and a couple over there, and we've done the same thing. Did the presentation, they just wanted to sign up at Master Affiliate straight away. So I was like, right, let's go, let's do it, and went onto the website with them and walked them through it, and and just clicked on, I can't remember what it says now, join online or something like that.
Yeah, great.
And and we did that straight away, and he was really impressed how quick Relive got back to him. I think it was within 10 minutes after putting that through. So yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. It was so easy.
Terrific. So you basically did an appointment using Skype, and then while you still had them on Skype, you then pretty much signed them up online. They just went online and signed up immediately.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that, we were able to go into the website, because they were given the RCN and login. We were able to go in and have a look around the page together, and just say, I'll just click onto this and this and this, and and things to download and things to print off, and it was great.
Perfect. And as you said, you've really only just started embracing this technology yourself, so you're pretty new at it too, because I think sometimes people think, oh, it's easy for them, they know what they're doing, but it's not hard once you give it a go, is it?
No, it's not, and it's actually quite easy. Yeah, but it's just kind of taking that step to do it, because I wasn't there 2 years ago, but now I'm realising it's a huge part of my business. And it even comes to this down to when I'm talking to someone and I'll look on Skype and see who's online, send them a message and say, you've got 5 minutes to share your story. They go, yep, and so I'll just call them in. I mean, that for me is a real big thing too.
Terrific. That is fantastic. So Kelly, are you looking to utilise online technology and or social media in the future to help grow your business and like support your team? What other ideas have you got with it?
Yeah, well, I'm embracing the webinar thing, so I'm actually going to use that because for me, I really want to be doing story, like our Monday night, calls, but do webinars with people's stories. So for me, that's something I'm looking at, is getting people onto a webinar so we can do follow-up stories with people. So that'll be huge for our team, and yeah, and just learning more and more how to use Facebook more effectively and things like that, which I'll probably pick Bernie's brains about very soon. And yeah, so definitely, yeah, keen to learn more as I go along. So.
Terrific. And I mean, like you've got your brand new key directors, Lionel and Hilary, up at the other end of Auckland, right up in the far north corner there. Is it something like you could see yourself running a webinar like for a training for them, because they're probably, I don't know how far away, what, 8 hours drive away from where you are?
Yeah. So whereas we used to do it on Skype, but yeah, that's why I want to use the webinars for business training. So now that we've set up our business training on a Friday night, I'm able to be able to shoot one out, and it's great because they can look at what you're looking at, and yeah, it'll be great. So it'll be great for training for people that are in the team but aren't here, and then I just encourage them to get people around their table to be watching it at the same time. So
terrific, because it's not to certainly replace those face-to-face meetings, but it's another add-on, isn't it? And it really, even if it's an opportunity meeting, it gives you a chance to reach people that aren't in your area or can't get to your meeting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like face-to-face, of course, but in reality, you try and do it where you can, but everyone's pushed for time. It's such a busy lifestyle now, and most people have computers, and if that's the way you've got to do it. If that suits everybody, then that's great. I'm happy to do it. So.
Terrific. Well, that's really good to hear. And you touched really briefly on three-way calls, and I know that has been an absolutely huge part of you building your business, and you think it's like a lot of the key to your success. And I was wondering if on next week's webinar we'll be covering the system. Would you be kind enough to come back on next week and share some of your tips and how you go about doing three-way calls and how you set them up for us?
Yeah, sure, not a problem. Be happy to.
Oh, that'd be great, because I'm sure that we'd have plenty of people that would love to come on and hear you share some of that, because again, even though it's technology that's been around for a long time, some people still aren't comfortable or confident in using a three-way call, and once you've done it once or twice, it's easy too, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And even if people haven't got the computer, I always say, I've got three-way calling on my phone, so it's not dear. I mean, honestly, I think it costs me $3.70 a month to have three-way calling on my phone. So it's absolutely great. I mean, I think I've done it with you, Sue, when someone's had a question, and I can just say, hang on a minute, and just call you in.
That's exactly right. So it's all part of the technology. So, well, congratulations, Kelly, on everything that's happening in your business. As we said, brand new key directors in your downline this month. You've also have Taylor and Leela, who are heading to the international conference, and they've won their way. You must be just so proud of them.
I am. Very much.
It's great that they were able to duplicate your success. You led the way by winning last year, and they've followed in your footsteps. So that's excellent.
No, it's really exciting.
Terrific. Well, thank you so much for your time tonight, Kelly, and we look forward to having you on next week's webinar too.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So just moving forward with our webinar tonight, which is obviously embracing technology, but we've been covering our priorities with you on each of our webinars, and they are what we're trying to achieve to help you in building your business. And the most important things are obviously sponsoring it. You just heard Kelly talk about how she sponsored a brand new person using technology. Sales, she had that person wanting to come in as a master affiliate, because if people are looking to join the business, they're obviously looking to purchase product and bring people on board. And that means there's a lot more of Reliv's products and getting out there, and you're earning money, and that's what it's all about, being in business. And of course the advancements, you heard how that happens. Kelly had people in her downline who have just gone key director. That means they've earned a check, just a commission I should say, just in overrides alone of over $1,200 in New Zealand, plus they'll be in line for a share in a bonus of all the new key directors worldwide, and they'll share in a $15,000 US bonus. And of course retention, and that's keeping people. And a lot of our strategy, the preferred customer options, the lifetime membership is all about keeping your people and keeping them taking the products. The auto ship will keep people doing that. What we're doing also is developing our brand awareness. We've got a lot of strategies we'll be announcing throughout the year on how we're doing that. We're increasing our online capabilities. You just heard Kelly share with us how she had somebody that she did a Skype appointment with. They were able to go straight online and sign up immediately. We're implementing a social media strategy, and along with the PR strategy that we'll be announcing a little later as well. But the social media, we're already started with putting a lot of information out on Facebook. I hope that you all liked our Facebook page, because that's a place that you'll find the information first. We're certainly putting it in all our other avenues of communication, whether that be email, whether that be text. We're sending out flyers with orders, but we are using Facebook as our first point of call. So I urge you all to make sure that you like our Facebook page. And of course our focus is on director, because that means that you've sponsored a master affiliate. You can start now to earn overrides, and it's our first PIN level in our road to presidential. Our 3-year vision, we've been sharing with you. Our president, when he was here, Scott Montgomery, said that our vision for our Australia and New Zealand is $1 million a month in sales. And we invite you to all share in that vision with us, because basically what that means for you is that you'll be earning a lot more money than what you currently are. And let's face it, if you're in business, we all want to help people with their health. That's a given, but there's nothing wrong with making lots of money. So we really want you to be successful. We want to put your money in your pocket, and that's part of our vision to help you do that. We have now with LunaRich, we spoke about that every week. We're so excited to have LunaRich and its major health benefits. There's studies that are proving what LunaRich has been able to do for people in lowering cholesterol, its anti-inflammatory properties. It's just fabulous. And if you haven't tasted it, it tastes wonderful. So now has always been quite a pleasant tasting product, but this just makes it even more so. It's very, very tasty. So that's available for sale right now. So anybody purchasing now will receive that now with LunaRich. There's a lot of information available on the website about LunaRich, including the videos that we showed at our Ignition launch events. They are all available on the Reliv website in the video section in YouTube. And there's also some information on there about LunaRich. And of course there's the iPod of Dr. Carl, the podcast I should say, of Dr. Carl Hastings talking about LunaRich as well. So if you haven't listened to that, I encourage you to do so. We are always trying to help you by creating tools and resources to get you on board. Of course, you've heard Kelly talk about the Join to Become a Distributor, our online applications, and I think out of everything that we've done, that's what we're most excited about, that people can now join Reliv immediately. It's still welcome to send in a distributor application form, but if they've got access to a computer, they can sign up straight away on the spot. So we are just thrilled to have that available for you, and we encourage you all to take advantage of that. All our sales tools, our lifestyle is online. You can go online and check it out. Future lifestyles will have some new features that you'll be able to, like turn the page type features, send different articles to friends. We've got our terrific new product catalogue that's fresh and new and looks great. That's available to purchase in packs of 20, and it's also available online. So I encourage you, if you haven't looked at that, to go on and have a look. Our Inside Relive, I mentioned this last week, it comes out every Tuesday. It came out, every second Tuesday. Our latest one with the podcast of Dr. Carl came out this Tuesday. If you haven't received it, and you are subscribed to it, I urge you to have a look in your spam folder just to make sure it's not there. If not, go on and re-register. And if for any reason you don't receive it when it comes out, not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after, please give us a call at the office and we'll chase up why you're not getting that. But encourage everyone to be subscribed to that Inside Relive, because we have lots of information that we send out using that. So now we're talking about TechSmart. And I'd like at this point in time to bring back our sales manager, Bernie Birch, who is very tech smart, much more so than me, and he's going to talk to you about our technology and embracing the future with technology. Thanks, Bernie.
Thanks, Sue. I appreciate that. That was really exciting news and exciting information that Kelly was giving us. That was really, really great. She's such a star. She is such a leader. She's driving her business forward, and of course she's getting the results and she's getting the success because of that, and the people in her downline are getting the results, success, just the way she does the business. And it warms my heart that Kelly has actually embraced technology the way that she has. What a lot of people don't realize is that they're already using technology. Anyone who uses the excuse me one sec, everybody. Everyone who uses the Skype is going to be using technology to some degree, and a lot of people use Skype. That was just a slight technical glitch there that I had to get through. I'm a man, I can only concentrate on one thing at a time. Couldn't talk and click at the same time. So it really warms my heart that Kelly's doing that, because as I said, people don't realize they're already using technology if they're using Skype. And that is something that Kelly has embraced so well, and as we've delivered more and more technology, Kelly has really embraced it. And I remember how scared she was when I first talked to her about where we were going with technology. Now, the funny thing is that people get confused and people get a little bit scared about it, but there's really nothing to be scared about or confused about. Having said that, there's still some people who get confused. And as a Cookie Monster says, delete cookies! And that's not those kind of cookies that we're talking about. But there's so much confusion around it if people allow that to happen. What it is, though, is there is terminology that is used regarding or around technology, but it's just getting comfortable with it, just getting used to it. It's like anything else. As long as we just keep moseying along and keep doing it and keep trying it, things will work out and things will work for us. But there's some questions we need to ask. Why online technology? Why mobile technology? And of course, why social media? Now, we spent a fair amount of time at the Ignition events talking about this, and of course we'll be sharing this information tonight, but also when we do the other Ignition events around the country in the coming weeks, which is really exciting. We're going to talk more about that towards the end of the evening tonight, towards the end of the webinar. But social media and online technology and mobile technology play such a major part in what we do. Let's have a look at social media. So what do you think when you hear social media? I mean, that is a really good question. And social media has a different connotation, a different meaning to many, many people. So one of the key things is to actually look at the facts. It's important to look at the facts. By looking at the facts, we can embrace what it's about and how it can assist us, because if it can't assist us, there's no point in using it. So it's all about how it assists us and what it can do for us. So let's have a look then. What's social media? Social media is a conversation, and it's simply a conversation that's an online conversation that is supported by online tools. And it's tools like these that'll be up in the next slide. There's YouTube, there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn, there's things that we've talked about, but there's other things out there too that maybe people haven't heard about. MySpace, for instance, was really probably the pioneer in the social media area. There's Wikipedia. Wikipedia has completely taken over, and we have things like that were institutions in Encyclopedia Britannica that don't even exist anymore because of the changes as we move forward. Something that's really important to realize is that people are not just demographics anymore, as it says there. You know, we actually need to understand that relationships are more powerful than marketing. And we know that because of the industry that we're in. And tonight's presentation is really going to emphasize how we are in the right place by being in the industry that we're in, because we are in the relationships industry. That's where we're at. And so to connect with people, you need to understand that the relationships are more powerful than marketing. And that's exactly what our industry is all about. That's exactly about what being a distributor with Relive is about. It is about relationships. Let's just have a look at some statistics. Now, these are a little bit old, these statistics, but all they've done from here is grow, so which makes it even more significant. But if you have a look there at internet users by world region, if you have a look at little old Australia or Oceania, which is the Australia-Pacific region, including Australia, New Zealand and the islands, if you have a look at that, we're way down there at only 18 million users, internet users. However, if we look at it from a different point of view, and it's often good to look at things from a different point of view, if we look at internet penetration by world region, internet penetration, not volume of people who are on it, but internet penetration as per percentage of population, we're number 2. Over 50% of the population of the Australia Pacific is online. That's powerful, and that's one of the reasons we have to be a part of it. Social media is simply having conversations online, which I've already said, and I've been describing it that way for years. It struck me suddenly that that's what was happening when, for me, I was dragged kicking and screaming into social media through Facebook because of my son in his 20s traveling the world surfing. And he just said to me one day, said, I can't keep up with the emails with everyone. If you want to follow me, if you want to know where I am, you have to get on Facebook. So I did, and I realized exactly what that means about conversation, because he was having a conversation with multiple people at a time. You know, this may seem a strange statistic to put up, but this is really significant, because basically since the dawn of the internet, that pornography sites have been the #1 sites most visited year after year after year until 2007, when social networking sites took over. That is a powerful statistic. If you have a look at some of the things that are coming up as we go along, Wikipedia, 4 million articles in Wikipedia, 4 million articles, 100 million, that's 1 billion videos on YouTube, 200 million blogs around the world, 200 million, my, that's a lot of reading, and 73% of active online users have read a blog. Blogs are really important because blogs are an opinion, and it gives people a vehicle in which to express their opinion. And these vehicles can be very, very powerful. They can get a lot of followers, and they can really influence what's happening in the marketplace. 50% of online users have joined a social network. That was in 2007, and I know that figure is bigger than that now, but that's significant, have joined a social media site. So 73%, oh, sorry, I've already said that. I went backwards. My apologies. So the thing is to know that social media is not a fad. It is a fundamental shift in the way we communicate. And I find it sensational because in my role and what I've been doing in this industry for the last 15, 16 years is I have a lot of people to communicate to. And now I have the power at my fingertips to get communication out to so many people in one hit. It's amazing. Today is a really good example. Today I made 2 posts, and what they were about were the venues for our meetings coming up in Ipswich and in Brisbane. In Brisbane on the 28th of May and Ipswich on the 29th of May, and I was able to post immediately that we confirmed the venues on Facebook. So anyone who's been on Facebook today, anyone who's got their notifications happening will already know where that is. What a way to go. That is what it's all about. Now here's a key factor. Only 14% of people trust advertisements. Only 14%. But in our industry, which is all about word of mouth, right, and it's all about recommendations, 78% of people trust recommendations from other consumers. So people trust referrals. They trust recommendations. We're in the referral game. Look, this is so powerful for us. This is where we are. Social media was made for us because people are talking about our brand now. More people are talking about our brand now than before we got involved with social media. I can tell you a week or two ago, and I think it may have been last Friday or it was the Friday before, I put up a post and I said, Friday, whose life are you going to change by sharing your real life story today? Something like that, the post said. Did you know that within a couple of days, that had reached over 400 people? There is no way I could have done that any way else. I couldn't have done it through email. I couldn't have done it by making 400 phone calls. I couldn't have done it by Chinese whispers. It was through social media. And the amazing thing about that, it was 50 people saw it directly by people who liked our Facebook site. There was another 200 people who were connected to them from one way or another, connected through their network, who saw that post. There was a further 200 people who saw it through what's called viral marketing, where it went viral because it went through different hands. That's 200 people who never would have seen anything maybe about Relive who saw that post. That's powerful. That is why social media is for us. 34% of online people post opinions about their products and brands on their blog. 34%. That's a lot. We got to make sure that we're out there and we're saying the right things and people are getting the right idea. Social media is only going to become more persuasive. Excuse me, more pervasive. And it is going to be a critical factor. Let's make it a critical factor in our success. I think that would be a good idea. And I'm sure you'd all agree. By the way, speaking about the future, tomorrow's consumers are today's digital natives. People might look at this and go, hoo-wee, I know the kids are getting at it too young. Is it too much? Is it this? Is it that? It's a fact. It's a reality. Kids are getting into technology. I know that this could be my 5 or my 6-year-old, either one of them. They both often watch television. They watch programs that they want to watch. They watch shows that they've seen on television, then they go online on YouTube, and what do? They watch it. They watch a couple of episodes of it instead of just getting 10 minutes of it on TV. It's a really powerful thing, and these kids have got it as part of them growing up. And you know what the scary thing is? It's getting younger. And I reckon you could give just about any 2-year-old or 18-month-year-old an iPhone, and they would work out how to turn it on. You could give an adult who's never had an iPhone, and they might have a struggle turning it on, because children have nothing in the way for them to learn. They don't have preconceived ideas, and they are getting younger and younger and younger. So, hey, the future, next exit. 2010, millennials and Gen Yers combined outnumbered baby boomers. That's a huge statistic. Everyone's always talked about the baby boomers being the biggest demographic and the baby boomers being the one driving business, the baby boomers having all the money. Well, let me tell you something. These guys outnumber the baby boomers, and we have to be prepared. We have to be ready. These are the future of our business. They already wield spending power. Check that out. So let's not underestimate the young people. And you know what? They don't care. They don't care about your ad. They care about what their friends think. That is where the power lies. The power lies in recommendation. The power lies in referral. Therefore, the power lies in social media. We're in the right place. We're moving into the right place, and we're actually getting ourselves positioned to really capture what we can from this and to be successful in every possible way that we can. So guys, it's going to leave with or without you. This is the other thing to consider, this, when you're talking about media and you're talking about the way of marketing, have a look at the 4 different ways, okay? Mainstream, niche, my media as it's called, and we the media. You know what? Network marketing, one-to-one marketing, look where we fit. Look where we fit. We're right up there on the scale. The next step is many-to-many. The next step for us is exactly where we're going. So for all these other media, for all this other marketing, people and the way people do marketing, they've got to catch up to us. We're at the forefront. All we have to do is take a little step and open our arms and embrace it and dive in, guys. That's all we have to do, and we're there. And that's us. We're so close, because it does create the opportunities for people to feel the ownership of the brand. And man, oh man, look at our brand. Look at our products. Look how fantastic our products are. Look at the stories people have. Listen to the story Kelly told on the webinar tonight. Just listen to that story right at the beginning of why she got into the business. And then from that, because of what happened in her life and her family's life and how it changed her and her child so monumentally and so fundamentally that she had no choice within herself but to get involved in the business. And look at her now, one of the most successful people in the Australian-New Zealand region. You know, I have nothing but nothing but pride. I mean, she is just incredible. And we can all follow in her footsteps. But what she is she's a shining example of what can happen. And you know what? We've now got this preferred customer status and distributor status. And the preferred customer status allows people to come in and experience these amazing products and then make the decision to become a distributor. And guys, you all need to feel that ownership of the brand. And if you don't, you need to make sure that you do. And social media is all about that, not just for you, but for all the other people around. Now, we've been involved in word-of-mouth marketing for years and years and years, because that's what network marketing is all about. But now there's all these other terms talked about it. WOMM, word-of-mouth marketing, an umbrella term, buzz marketing, viral marketing, which I talked about before. And viral marketing is incredibly powerful. On YouTube, people get millions of views on something that catches their attention. It just goes viral because people recommend it to other people. Guys, word-of-mouth marketing, we've been doing it since network marketing started. And some of the reasons, 10% influence purchasing behavior of the other 90%. 91% are likely to buy a recommendation. 90% of people likely to buy a recommendation. Word of mouth. It's what we've been doing. We've been doing it for years and years and years. And it is the emergence of the era of prosumers. They're producer and consumer of information, because social media allows people to share information so quickly and to share information, whether that information is accurate or inaccurate, good or bad. So we need to make sure that we're doing the right thing and people are sharing great information about us. Absolutely critical. It's about conversations, and the best communicators start as the best listeners. And isn't that what our industry, isn't that what our business is about? Isn't that what being a Relive distributor is about? Isn't it about listening to what people's needs are so that you can then provide them a solution that is either one of our amazing products or a combination of our amazing products, or the opportunity? Or obviously they work in both together, because if someone's taking up the opportunity, they're going to use the products. If someone's using the products, a lot of people move on to the opportunity. But we have to listen. And the best communicators start as the best listeners. So let's have a look at what Relive social media objectives are. And we have talked about these before, and some of you have seen them. But don't tune out. Stay on board, because you've missed something before. I know you have. And this time you just might get it, because no one can get everything the first time they see it. And our objective is to increase our online traffic. And by doing that, we'll be increasing our brand awareness. We'll be increasing credibility with distributors and consumers and prosumers, guys. And we'll be increasing sales. And if we increase sales, you guys will be making more money. It enhances our ability to attract new distributors and new customers. You know, you have a look at the other social media statistics. These are the latest statistics, right? 36% post brand-related content. 50% follow brands in social media. 77% of consumers interact with brands via Facebook. 1 billion monthly users with YouTube. Pinterest growing faster than Facebook did. That's phenomenal. That is truly phenomenal. 68% of the people on Pinterest are women between 25 and 44 years old. Hold on to that thought. Let's have a look at some mobile statistics. There's more iPhones sold than people in the world. More per day than people born in the world. Users accessing The web through mobile devices doubled every year since 2009. That's for 4 years. It's been doubling year on year. That is phenomenal. Today's Women Survey, 75% of over 6,000 Australian women surveyed, 75% of them have a smartphone and 50% have an iPad or a similar tablet. You tell me that technology is not taking over. You tell me that technology is not pervasive in our society, that we have to embrace it. Of course we have to embrace it. And we have to get smart, and we have to do it, and we have to do it on a daily basis, and we have to do it well. Now, we can always go backwards. No, we can't. But you know what? We've come a long way. We've come a long way from that humble old telephone hanging on the wall. We've come a long way from where we're just doing a one-on-one phone call with someone. Kelly talked before about Skype. And what does Skype do? Skype basically brings your computer to the world and you to be able to make phone calls. You can have Skype on your mobile phone. You can have Skype on your computer. Skype is an amazing tool. People have been using it for a while, so keep using it. Just expand on it. There's so many ways you can use Skype. And the three-way call, which we'll be talking a lot more about next week. Someone can be on a landline. We've got someone on a mobile phone, and the third person is sitting there on their tablet. And we know that of Australian women, 50% aged between 25 and 45 have got one of these. So technology is here, and we're using it, and we're getting better at it. We have to embrace it and use it more and more and more. The most productive demographic in network marketing is 25 to 45-year-olds. 75% of people are using mobile technology. 97% of Facebook fans are women. 68% of Pinterest users are women, 25 to 45 years old. Notice a commonality here. 75% of network marketers are women. And I'm telling you, guys, we're in the right place. We are in the right place. We're going to be bringing, and some of you have seen this, we're going to be bringing a Relive mobile app so that you can use your phone as a central point of communication, of managing your business, of getting everything about events, of doing all the things that you need to do to run your Relive business. That is something that's really exciting and down the track. We can't talk more about it yet, but that is something that's going to really help you. You all know we've got our Facebook site. And if you haven't liked it, like it. Go and tell everybody you know, everybody in your downline. Tell your customers. Tell them to like our Facebook page. That is where you'll get the information instantly. Have your notifications turned on so it'll come out and it'll tell you on your mobile phone what's happening. And there's the one I posted today. Ipswich, that I posted the other day. Ipswich Ignition event. So guys, Facebook is just the start of it for us, but we're really using it. It's a powerful, powerful tool. Social media for Relive ANZ will be a part of all of this. Right now, we're just tipping the edge, and we're getting better and better at every day, but we're going to get better and better, better and better, and better and better. And you know what? As I said before, we've been using social network for a long time. They're just different terminology for things that we've been doing and a different way of going about it. It's doing it in the 21st century. That's what social media is. It's so, so exciting. What I really want to do now is hand back. We'll talk about some of our ignition updates. We've got so much happening. So I'm actually going to hand back across to our Managing Director, Sue Stone. And Sue, I'm handing the controls of the Kingswood over to you.
Thanks very much, Bernie, and that really was fascinating. And actually, I was listening to the news only the other night, and I was saying that smartphones will replace cash. We're going to turn into a cashless society. You'll just be able to flash something on your smartphone and it'll pay for all your bills. I hope they top it up with money as well. But now we will move on to our ignition updates because we've got some exciting things. We shared with you on last week's webinar that we have updated our opportunity slides. These are available to download in the My Business section of your distributor portal. And we're also updating our basic training slides as well. So please feel free to go in if you're doing training like with your group in home, or if you're someone that's running a basic training meeting, download the latest slides of the basic training. They're available. And these slides Bernie mentioned last week, we will be revamping our slides completely. We'll be able to have, I'm just smiling at the picture there now of Terry and Lynn and Stephanie at conference, and we'll be able to update those pictures with our latest international conference photos when we all come back from the international conference. So we will keep you posted on the updates of the new slides. Of course, we've got our Fast Start promotion on, and that's for the top 3 Fast Starters or above in the month of May, and that's for personally sponsored Fast Starts or above in Australia and New Zealand, and you can win first place prize of $500, second place of $250, or third of $100. And of course, we have our sponsor 5 for 25 promotion too, and this is your one-off opportunity to receive a commemorative print signed by Relief Chairman Robert Montgomery and Vice Chairman and Chief Scientific Officer Dr. Carl Hastings. This will be your only chance to win one. It's over 2 months, so in May and June you need to sponsor 5 new distributors or preferred customers. And I'm delighted to say that Rayu from New Zealand has already sponsored her 5, so she'll be getting a poster coming out to her in New Zealand. They're really on fire. Anna Nayaya has 4 already, so she only needs 1 more. And no wonder he won his way to the international conference, because Taylor Ulufanua is on 4 as well, so he only needs 1 more, and he'll be winning one of those posters. And in Australia, Christine Warboys is on 3. Well done, Christine. You've only 2 more to go to get yourself one of those commemorative prints too. So I urge you all to make sure you go for it, because it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own one of these. We have some more Ignition events coming up. Sydney is tomorrow night, actually, at the Parramatta RSL, and I'll be there along with Bernie Birch, and we'll be presenting some really exciting announcements of our Ignition events. And of course, we'll also be catering for new people that are there by doing an opportunity meeting. And then Brisbane, Bernie will be there on the 28th of May, and that's at the Springwood Towers in Springwood. It doesn't say that there, but you can certainly go onto special events, and it's on Facebook as well. And in Ipswich, it's at the Quest in Ipswich. He'll be in Whakatane at the Focus Chartered Accountants on the 4th of June. Bernie will be in Auckland at the 5th of June at the Mount Albert Hall, and then he's heading down to Tassie, and he's visiting a few spots there in Tassie where have those venues for you under special events. So make sure you head there and have a look at all those events and times and details. Of course, we have our Australia-New Zealand Conference. This is a not-to-be-missed event. I mentioned this last week on the webinar, but when you're talking to anyone, you know, if you're signing someone up, even if they're only coming in a preferred customer, this could be the making of them into a distributor. Get everyone you can along to the Australia and New Zealand Conference, and for those living in Victoria and, of course, Melbourne in particular, this is your opportunity to bring as many people as you can along to, you know, guests along to that Friday night event as well. Next week, you've heard me already invite Kelly Kingy onto next week's webinar, and she'll be talking about 3-way calling, and I'm sure we'll have some really useful and informative information, because she's certainly made built a huge business, and a lot of it has been at the success of her 3-way calling and, you know, using stories to build a business. So that will be covering the Relive Success System, and that's on next week's webinar. And I'd just like to say that, you know, we invite you to ignite your business. This is your opportunity. You know, we have the best products. We have the best business model. So, you know, let's go out and you know, set Australia and New Zealand on fire. I'd like to say good night, and I'll turn over to you. Thanks, Bernie.
Sue, thanks very much. Yeah, look, what a great webinar tonight. Thank you for your input. Thanks again to Kelly for her input. And everybody, as Sue said, get out there and ignite your business, guys. And we've got more coming up as far as webinars go and training. It's not going to stop. We're going to keep giving you information. We're going to give you tools. We're going to give you strategies. We're going to teach you how to do it. So, guys, keep tuning in, because this is the way to the future. So thanks, everyone, and good night.